Well, I finally got a little free time. I think I got about an hour. Hope I can get this kind of free time sometime in the weekdays. Bubby decided to put herself down for a nap. So, checking on the missingkids.org, we've got one active Amber Alert that we're going to look at. And then, I like to do the Have You Seen Me section. And these five faces are the only five faces left from the last time I did it. And though I'm sad to see that these kids are still missing, I'm also sad to see that we have, let's see, 5, 10, 14 new faces. So, yeah, we'll try to go through all of those today. If not, we'll definitely go through all of the new ones. So the Amber Alert is out of Miami, Florida, for 6-year-old Jorge Morales. He's missing since the 27th of August this year from Miami, Florida, 6 years old. Hispanic male with brown hair and brown eyes, 3 feet tall, 50 pounds. Florida Amber Alert has been issued for Jorge Jojo Morales, last seen in the area of the 23,700 block of Southwest 184th Avenue in Miami, Florida, who was last seen wearing a gray shirt, gray shorts, and black shoes. The child may be in the company of Jorge Morales. Based on additional information provided by Miami-Dade. Oh, excuse me. I don't know where that came from. I'm well rested today. Based on additional information provided by the Miami-Dade Police Department, the missing child that was issued on August 31st, 2022, for the child has been upgraded to an Amber Alert. So, since this man's name is Jorge Morales, I'm going to assume that this is his father. He is 45 years old, a Hispanic male with brown hair and brown eyes, standing 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. I don't know why I do that. Every time I get in here and go live, I start yawning. So again, we're looking for little Jorge Morales, 6-year-old missing out of Miami, and he is possibly with, or known to be with, this Jorge Morales, whom I assume to be his father. Yeah, I want to say he's got the same eyes. All right, so oh goodness, let me fix this. I'm sitting here doing it. I'm sharing it, and it's not even on the screen. So let me do this. And here we go. This is little Jorge. This is little Jorge Morales, the 6-year-old who is missing. Let me fix this too. And this is what I assume to be the father, Jorge. So that is our Amber Alert. And I'm going to take this back to the front page because Johnny Gosh. We'll talk about Johnny Gosh one day. And you have to click search missing posters. I want to quit yawning. I don't know what's up. I've drank plenty of coffee and everything today. Just finished a cup. All right, the Have You Seen Me section. Now, these five faces have been up here for quite some time. I know that Serena Bryant, the very first picture on the left, has been missing for a few months now because when I originally came across her story, she had already been missing for a month. And that was probably 2, maybe 3 months ago. So, I also did all four of these Some of them before Serena, some of them after. So they've all five of these children have been missing for quite some time. And her, and I think her as well. Let me see what her name is. Yeah, her as well. So the first seven have actually been missing for quite some time. So it leaves us with 5, 10, 11. Okay. Seems like I did this baby right here too. Let me see what his name is. Stephon Coleman. Yeah, I did him. I remember faces. I just don't always remember the names. That is perfect. And so let's start with the ones that we have not went through. So copy link address and go in here. So this is Shanija Williams. She is a 6-year-old black female missing since August the 8th from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Oh, she's over in my neck of the woods. Her birthday is January 13th, 2006. She is black. She has black hair and brown eyes. She stands 5'4", 140 pounds. Shanija and Sunny were last seen on August 8th and may be in the company of Shanija's infant daughter. Okay, so she has a baby. She's 16 and she has a baby, and I'm assuming that Sunny is her sister. Let's see here. Sonny Davis, missing since August 8th from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, born March 4th, 2010. She's 12 years old, black female with black hair and brown eyes, standing 5'6", 120 pounds. I wonder why they're not showing a picture of the baby. Maybe they couldn't find a good picture of the baby. So this is Sunny. She's 12. And this is Shanija. She's 16. I think I want to guess that they're sisters. They're siblings. Yeah, I want to guess that they're siblings because they're listed together. Now I'm going to do something I normally don't do on these, and that is, let's see what we can find. Okay. A Market News. Let me open that one. That's Twitter, Facebook, Facebook. I wonder if this is her Facebook page. We're going to find out. And apparently, Shanaja is a more popular name than I thought. So I want to put quotation marks around this. I came up with another Facebook page. Hey JP, how are you? I'm feeling so much better, man. I really am. So I'm back at it again. Let's see. Cold cases. Why would it be a cold case? She's only been missing about a month. Okay, so this is the first one. Let me get this one in here. Let's look and see what's going on. News today, missing child alert. Shanija Williams, age now 16. Missing since 8/8 from Baton Rouge. Has some contact information. If you see her, to call the Baton Rouge Police Department at 255-389-2000. Breaking update. Nothing new there. Nothing new there. Okay. So that's that one. Let's see what this one is about. Okay, so this is gonna just be another missing persons website, but we've already seen what. Let's just see if it has anything on here that's not on. It just takes you back to the enigmatic. Okay, so let's get to being nosy on these Facebook profiles. Why am I not logged in? Log in. It's actually closer to um I don't know. We're gonna find out though. Let's do this real quick. Get directions to Baton Rouge. We're looking at like an hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours if you take 10. I think we're both probably like about the same distance. You're from Lake Charles? I just moved from Lake Charles last year. To, oh, wrong Alexander. Let's try that again. About the same distance for both of us. That's what I was thinking. Not too much. Not too bad. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. I was in Lake Charles for a few months. Then I just got stuff happened. I ended up uh back where I am now. Okay, there's that. But we are digging on these profiles on Facebook. Oh, did you? That's interesting. I don't want notifications. I do want to look at this page though. So let's take this cut. Oh no, I'm not sharing anymore. Let me share it again. I can just share it straight up. It really is. There are so many kids missing till it's just not even funny, man. Like, God, where are they going to? Especially the ones who aren't being found again. Where are they going? All right, so this has to be her Facebook page because there's her little baby girl. So now we know what this baby girl looks like in case we do happen to see them. And that's the only reason I'm showing the picture is because she's possibly missing too. So we know to look out for this sweet, juicy little chubby little chunk. Isn't she cute? If we should just so happen to see any of them. All right, so let's get to being nosy on this Facebook profile if we possibly can. And I guess she has everything set to private. So we really can't see it. Thought I just saw another picture of her. Yep. This is her and her baby. Gosh, that baby is so cute. She's so sweet. I know they're just disappearing with no answers. I mean, she's a baby with a baby, so good God. All right, now let me see. What was that other one that I was trying to look at before it made me sign in? It's this one. So let me cut and paste so we can see this. I think this is like an alternate page for her. And if it is, it has absolutely nothing on it or is set completely private. All right, so that was Shania Williams and Sanai Davis. So next we have, and again, they're missing out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. These two go together. That's the two that we just did. I've already done this one. I think I have presented this girl here before. Crystal Castellanos. Huh. I can't remember. So here we go. This is Crystal Castellanos. Oh no, I have a gaming channel. I don't make music. I make videos when I do my YouTube stuff. My son has a music page on SoundCloud, and on his personal Facebook he has a lot of music, and I'm thinking about like downloading all his music from his Facebook page and putting it up on YouTube if he'll allow it. I don't want to do it unless he says it's okay. But I think he does have like one or two songs up on YouTube. I can't remember. Um, but this is Crystal Castellanos. He is Christian contemporary is what I would call it, kind of like Christian R&B type feel to it. If you listen to not quite Jodeci or whatever, but something like that, kind of a Boys to Menish, one guy out of Boys to Men, he's kind of like that. And he does do like one of his songs. He had a little rap riff in it that he did. He sounded pretty good. I'll play some of his stuff one day on here. I'm sure he won't mind me doing that. I don't know who DC Talk is. I actually don't listen to a whole lot of music anymore, except old school music, because a lot of the newer ones, I mean, I've just gotten so burned out on hearing the ridiculous new stuff that they call music that I really don't listen anymore. I listen to like old school stuff like um, the Goody Mob and Ghetto Boys, Aaliyah, R. Kelly, God forgive me, I'm going to get canceled for that. Cancel R. Kelly, Boys to Men, like that, because I can't stand the new music. Izzy, I'll have to look him up and see and see what it's about. Because I love music. I just can't stand what they're doing to music nowadays. There's very few of them that I can listen to. Now I do like Rich Homie Quan. Yeah, he's actually more Christian R&B, but he raps a little bit. He sings. He's got a beautiful voice. Um, so this is Crystal Castellanos. She is missing since July 10th of 2022 from Woodland Hills, California. Her date of birth is September 6th, 2005. So she has a birthday coming out here in about 3 days. I sure will check yours out. Um, She is a Hispanic female with light brown hair and hazel eyes, standing 5'5", 121 pounds. Crystal may still be in the local area. She may be with an adult male companion, and she may still be in the local area of Woodland Hills, California. If you see her or have any information, please call 911 or the Los Angeles Police Department at 877-275-5273. Let's see if we got any other news on Crystal Castellanos. It is so hard to like highlight just what you want to highlight on here. Crystal Castellanos missing. Missing child alert. Missing child alert. That's the page that we're on now. Okay. All right. So Crystal Castellanos. Let's keep an eye out for her. And I am not sure. How does my screen continue to not share? I think it's like turning off on me or something. 'Cause I could have swore I shared it. Hey, BTM. Okay, so there she is, Crystal Castellanos. Welcome to the chat. So I'm gonna just hope against hope that she can come home before her birthday. That's 3 days for a miracle, huh? Crystal Castellanos. Right, and I'm not a cover artist. I also make tracks for YouTube content creators such as Sleuth Mom. Cool. Yeah, my son writes all his music. His favorite song, my favorite song that he wrote, he hates it now, but I love it. B Tim, in just a second, we're gonna take a break from missing and hear my son sing um just a little bit of it though. I'm not gonna play his whole song. Oh, that's cool, JP. Really nice. All right, so who we have here is Michaela Popio. You know what? I've done her case before. I'm wondering if she's missing. She's missing again. This is going to be the second time that this child went missing because I clearly remember her last name. And there were different pictures the last time. These are different pictures here. So this is the second time that this child has gone missing this year. She was missing earlier in the year, a few months ago. I'm going to look it up and find the video, but she was missing a few months ago. So Michaela Popio, I remember that last name because I was like, is it going to be Popio or Popio? I remember that. Okay, so she's missing since August 14th from Campbell, Ohio. Um, her date of birth is September 16th, 2009. So she also has a birthday coming up here in like 13 days. She's 12 years old. She is a white female with brown hair and brown eyes. She stands 5'6" at 200 pounds. Both photos shown are of Michaela. She has a faded tattoo on her chest, and I'm gonna say she's mixed. She's not 100% white. This is a biracial child. So please, and the only reason that I'm pointing that out is because it matters when you're looking at facial features, especially with biracial people. Because if you're looking for a white girl, you're not gonna pick her out if you see her in person. Her hair is not white people's hair. I'm looking at it. Her nose, her lips is not white. Is clearly got some black in there. So I just want to make sure people are aware of the fact that she's not actually white, she's biracial, so that it's easier for you if you happen to see her to be able to say, yeah, that's her. Because if you're looking for a 100% Caucasian person, you're not going to pick her. Um, so if you happen to see her or if you know anything about her disappearance, please call 911 or call the Campbell, Ohio Police Department at 330-755-1411. Yeah, they could have used a better photo of her. Let me see something here. Let me see something because I know for a fact I did her. I know she was missing before earlier this year. Missing posters. Was it before this or after this? That was July 23rd. I want to say it was before that. Missing posters. Missing posters. See what we're looking at here. I'm probably gonna look for it when I'm not um live. I was just thinking I might be able to spot her real quick, but she wasn't on this one. So let's see. Here he is. And this is my favorite song by him, guys. He hates it now, but he wrote it, and I feel like he put his whole heart and soul into these lyrics, and so that's why it's my favorite. Because I also used to, but I used to rap, but I was a poet first. I used to write poetry ever since I was a kid, and then I got into rap music and writing lyrics and so. So I feel like on this one, this is him. Like he came just from the gut on this one. That his artist name is his name Tyrese Savage. Can y'all hear it? And I like everything about this song except for
I've been feeling all alone in my feelings, yeah, hard, strong, no sleep, anxiety weak, no sleep, anxiety weak, yeah, I've been feeling all alone in my feelings, yeah, hard, strong, no sleep, anxiety weak, no sleep, anxiety weak, yeah, I got this hole in my chest, feeling like I am not blessed, all of this hell that I'm catching, wondering what's coming next, they say it's the best in the live, but I do not want to be here. Lost everything I own. Worst off, I lost my real vanity. I'm feeling like Solomon, that's all I see. Open your book, is it something for me? Cause lately my life has been stuck on repeat. And how can I sleep? I'm haunted by memories. I got these skeletons all in my closet. They wanna talk, they wanna riot. I'm doing my best to keep them all silent. Yeah, I've been feeling all alone in my feeling. Yeah, hard, strong, no sleep.
Play all of it, but I will put the link if you guys want to like check it out or download it. I don't know if you can download it or whatever. No, there's a friend of his who has a studio that does like his does his tracks. Now he does use an app on his phone or whatever to make a few beats. Also, he plays musical instruments too, just about anything you can name, whether it's drums, keyboards, horns, guitars. He is very musically talented. But I think his top thing is like keyboards, pianos, organs, like that. But he's very musical, always has been. Back to our missing children. But Popio, I am gonna find her because I know I did her before, and if she's having like repeat episodes of running away, that might be one that we just really need to pay attention to, because there might be something else going on there. Okay, here we have Jair Hart. He's 14 years old. He's been missing since August 15th, 2022, from Boston, Massachusetts. His date of birth is March 8th, 2008. He is a black male with brown hair and brown eyes, standing 5'8". It didn't give a weight for him, but we can see he's going to be on the thick side. He's got that little chubby look to his face. And if you see him or have anything any knowledge of where he might be or what's going on with him, you can call 911 or call the Boston Police Department at 617-343-4687. All right. Next up, we have Tatiana Luke. She is 16 years old. She is from Dallas, Texas. Oh, my second hometown. She is from Dallas, Texas, and she has been missing since May 30th, 2008. I'm sorry, her birth date is May 30th, 2008. And she is 14 years old. She is a biracial female with brown hair and brown eyes, standing 5'10", 140 pounds. 5'10", she's in model territory, and she definitely has the looks for it. Both photos showed are of Tatiana. She is multiracial. Tatiana is Hispanic, black, and white. She may go by the name Tati or Kid. Tatiana may be in need of medical attention. So if you see her, then please call 911 or call the Dallas County Sheriff's Office at 214-749-8641. On here it never says if they're a runaway or if they were taken. It just has them as missing, and I'm glad about that for Nick because usually when we get a runaway tag on there, people tend to kind of ignore the child and just they're being rebellious or they're off doing whatever whereas when we look and we see missing child, then we tend to think, okay, this child may be in danger. What if they were kidnapped? We have a little bit more concern in general. So I'm really glad they don't tag whether or not they're a runaway on Nick. Yeah, it's hard to tell the circumstances, but the thing is, whether they're a runaway or whether they're missing or abducted, they're still children in danger, and especially if they're a runaway. I feel like personally, especially if they're a runaway, because if you have a child who's running away, especially a child who's running away repeatedly, then it stands to reason that that child is probably a lot more in danger because one, what are they running from? What is going on at home that they feel the need to constantly try to get away from it? And two, what are they running to? What is it that they think they're going to that's better than at home? Have they been groomed? Are they just out, whatever? But either way, they're in more danger, in my opinion, than a child than what a lot of people would say based on that runaway tag. Okay, because nowadays running away isn't going to your friend's house and hiding out for a couple of days. Nowadays, kids run away and they end up in hotel rooms and they end up in all kind of trouble and dangerous situations. People taking advantage. So here we have Ashton Auth. He has been missing since August 19th, 2022 from Johnson City, Tennessee. His date of birth is December 18th, 2008. He is a 13-year-old white male with brown hair and blue eyes, standing 5'4", 151 pounds. If you see him or you have any information about his whereabouts or his situation, please call 911 or call the Johnson City Police Department at 423-434-6160. Again, this is Ashton Auth. He's 13 years old, brown hair, blue eyes, 5'4", 151 pounds. Come up there for a second. So we've got... We've got Sabria Ingram, missing since August 20th, 2022. So she's on day 3 of being missing from Springfield, Massachusetts. Her birthday is October 12th, 2007. She's a 14-year-old black female with brown hair and brown eyes. She stands 5'2", 130 pounds, and she may still be in the local area. As we can see, she's got her hair braided. It looks like her natural hair is dyed blonde, and her braids are going to be blonde on her right side and black on the left side if this is a current picture. But definitely her natural hair has been dyed blonde, so we need to make note of that in case she is spotted. She doesn't, even though her natural hair color is brown, it's dyed blonde. So if you see her or have any information on her whereabouts or her situation, please call 911 or call the Springfield, Massachusetts Police Department at 413-787-6302. Again, this is Tabria Ingram. Okay, here we have Jorge Morales. We already did Jorge Morales. Is he on here twice? I think they got him on here twice. Because he was the first one I did. Okay, so let's get over here to this baby. Oh. This baby is still up here, but she was unfortunately found deceased. Yeah, she was unfortunately found deceased. I saw this earlier today. Um, Body matching missing 4-year-old found in Plainsfield Pond. Police confirmed the body matching the description of a missing 4-year-old autistic girl who has been missing since Thursday was recovered from a retention pond located near where she went missing. On Thursday, Fiwinia Niji Fife went missing. A silver alert was issued for the missing child, who was last seen wearing a long pink nightgown, and searches continued into Friday in the Legacy Farms neighborhood, where in the Legacy Farms neighborhood area in hopes of finding her. Y'all gotta excuse me, I can't talk today. I'm still really dry. The Plainsfield Police Department announces a tragic end to the search on Friday at 7:30 p.m. Despite the valiant efforts of our citizens, volunteers, police, fire, along with local and state agencies, the search for missing Niji has come to a devastating and heartbroken end, Plainsfield Police said in a statement. So, unfortunately, she was found deceased. Such sad news. So that is all of our missing posters in the Have You Seen Me segment. Now, just in case anyone ever wants to go to this section, because I'm really not sure how they decide what children go in the Have You Seen Me section, but in order to get to it, you go to the main missingkids.org page. Scroll down and click on Search Missing Posters. And once you're on this page right here for the Search Missing Posters, where you can put in all this information, you scroll down and you'll find the Have You Seen Me. Again, like I said, I don't know what the criteria is for children being listed here, but there's usually several highlighted cases here, 10 or 15 highlighted cases here. And they stay up here until the case is resolved. Like this first, oh God, let me try that again. I keep forgetting to hit the share button. Here we go. So you go to the main page for NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Scroll down and click Search Missing Posters. And from there, you scroll down toward the bottom of the page, and that's where you'll find the Have You Seen Us segment. Yeah, it is. It's really sad. It said, I wish there were better preventative measures in place. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. I have to wonder though what kind of preventative measures we can put in place. I mean, in poor little Niji's, hey BC, in poor little Niji's situation, especially with her, with them knowing that she was autistic, maybe they could have installed better childproof locks to help keep her from getting out of the house alone, or use the what is it called, the harness thing that you use for the kids. I refuse to call it a leash, but you know, I mean, it's basically what it is, to make sure that she doesn't wander off when you're outside or in public, especially with her being nonverbal. So yeah, there are better like there's plenty of measures that could be taken, but then again, we have to think, if something is going to happen, it's going to happen anyway. No matter what precautions we take, we're only human, and so there's probably going to be a time that you forget to put up to lock the childproof lock at the top of the door, or that you think, well, we can go out for without the harness because we're just going right to Walmart to grab a gallon of milk. So yeah, hindsight is 2020, and then I mean, no matter what we do, we can take the best of precautions. We can institute all types of laws and safety regulations, and something is still going to happen. So we just have to. I mean, once they're missing, we have to try to keep their names and faces out there, and that is all that we can do. Um, I had a dumb criminal story for you guys. Actually, I had a couple of other stories because I'm just hanging out today. I don't really have like anything to do. Bubby decided to take a nap, thank God, because she has been on it. Bubby has been wide open. Off subject. Oh no, Cody's never off subject. Cody, I don't know. I feel like whatever happened to Cody, his father did it. Hey, Ra. Whatever happened to Cody, his father did it. Possibly the sister knows what's going on and is just covering. But that whole situation gets on my last nerve because it seems like us, the general public and creators or whatever, a bunch of strangers are more concerned for finding Cody, and finding what happened to him than his own family is. They're all poor Corey, poor daddy, but none of them is really advocating for this missing child from their family. And I believe Sleuth Mom said it best last night when when they were talking about that last press conference that the family did, where they were supposedly announcing a $25,000 reward for information on Cody. Every question that was asked, every statement that was made was somehow brought back around to poor Corey. It doesn't matter if they were asking about Cody, what it's specifically Cody. Those people managed to bring the conversation back around to focus on Corey, and they never really answered questions about Cody. And then you'll see again where Tandalier, the aunt, again, when she was questioned about when was the last time you saw Cody, she still refused to answer that question. She says, I've already answered that several times. But she never did answer that. And I even did a video where I showed every statement that she's made publicly on camera, and she never said when was the last time she saw Cody. She's never answered that question. So I just feel bad for Cody. I feel sorry for him for having been born into that family. I kind of feel like he never stood a chance being in that family. And I hope that the other siblings, his other brothers, are not in the custody of that family anymore. Since the dad is in jail, I'm hoping that either they went back to their mother, which I'm not even sure if that might be the best place, or that they're in foster care somewhere where at least, I don't know. That case just frustrates me to no end. It really does. Because you've even got people claiming racism. And as Sleuth Mom pointed out, the chief of police is black. Of course, there are black people who are racist against black people, but that dude has been straight up from the beginning. He didn't bite his tongue. I mean, he took the initiative when he heard a possibility that Corey's rights had been violated. He took the initiative to go and double check and see if it was, and to handle the situation when he found out that indeed Corey's rights had been violated. So where is the racism? I mean, all this cop blaming, these people are doing a job. They're trying to find this baby. They're trying to find out what happened to him and who did it. And they pretty much know who it was, the father. They've been saying it from the beginning. They've been saying from the beginning, between the lines, that they believe that Cody is deceased. So they're doing their job. And the family is just throw them all away. If you ask me, throw them all away. Toss them in a creek or something. I don't know. Um. So yeah, no missing person is off topic because I'm just hanging out. I'm not really doing anything today. I'm just hanging out. Just I got a couple of stories that I wanted to share with y'all. Now, some of them I've had them on here, and I can't remember exactly what it was that I wanted to, why I wanted to share them. Exactly. It ain't about race. It's about a father that possibly killed, traded, or sold his kid. He thought Cody was a burden. Exactly. It has absolutely nothing to do with race. Okay, mom sues Walmart after 6-year-old died in the parking lot. A Minnesota woman has a Minnesota woman has pinned the death of her 6-year-old daughter on Walmart, alleging the company's overnight parking policy led to a fire that killed her child. Yeah, now I remember why I wanted to present this one to you guys. Essie McKenzie filed a lawsuit against Walmart in June, according to local station KSTP TV, around 7 a.m. on August 6, 2019. McKenzie left her two daughters napping in her car while she went to shop in Walmart in Fridley, Minnesota. The girls were tired after she had brought them along to drop off relatives at the airport early that morning, so she decided to let them keep sleeping while she shopped for groceries. Unbeknownst to her, a California couple traveling through Minnesota had parked next to her car. They spent they had spent the night in their Dodge Caravan parked in Walmart's lot and used a portable stove to make breakfast that morning. However, they put the stove back in their van before it was fully cooled off. The van caught fire. The flames quickly engulfed other cars nearby, including Mackenzie's. A Minnesota woman has pinned the death. How did it go back to? Oh, her 6-year-old daughter, Tyra, died from her injuries in the fire. Tyra's 9-year-old sister, Taraji, survived with severe burns and lung damage. She would be physically and emotionally scarred for life, said McKenzie's lawsuit. Robert Hippolito, who had used the portable stove, was initially charged with second-degree manslaughter, but struck a plea deal for 2 felony counts of negligent fire. He was sentenced to 4 months in prison and 3 years of probation on August 2020. Now, McKenzie has said that Walmart's negligence is responsible for her child's wrongful death. Her lawsuit accuses the company of failing to monitor overnight campers in its parking lots, alleging that Walmart, quote, escalated the danger to create a foreseeable risk that Mr. Hippolito would use and store a cook stove negligently and thereby cause harm to others, unquote. This is ridiculous. That ain't the R word I wanted to use though. The mother said her 6-year old's death. Hold on, guys. All right. Where was I? The mother said her 6-year-old's death and 9-year-old's permanent injuries came as a direct and proximate result of Walmart's wrongful acts. This is a money grab. The company's website notes that overnight camping is allowed in its parking lot, stating Walmart values RV travelers and considers them among our best customers. Consequently, we do permit RV parking on our store parking lots as we are able. A Walmart spokesperson told Newsweek, "Our sympathies remain with the friends and family impacted by this tragic event 3 years ago. We plan to defend the company and will respond in court to the complaint as appropriate." See, here's the thing, right? That's crazy. You're right. Here's the thing. How in the world was this Walmart's fault? She left her children, 6-year-old and 9-year-old, sleeping in a car in a parking lot. So, how is this Walmart's fault? She should have foreseen that her negligent act of leaving her children sleeping alone in a public parking lot could lead to a situation where these children were hurt, harmed, or killed. So I don't think she has any right to sue anybody, and I hope Walmart countersues her for court costs. I know, right? You leave your kid alone in a car and they die or get injured, and it's everybody's fault but yours. 6 years old and 9 years old. Come on, man. I mean, if nothing else, I would have thought about, what if a stranger comes and steals my kid? It might be locked, but they could break a window. They might be able to wake my kid up and sweet talk the kid into opening the door. Common sense. You're right, BC. Common sense. That's all it takes. Common sense. But common sense ain't so common no more. So, yeah. I don't usually push this store, but since Batissimo has posted this, I am going to actually add some more things to the merch store over the course of this week. I'm going to add some Make It Make Sense merch. So that was that one, and go ahead and take care of that. And we already did the dummy who called the police to McDonald's. How can you possibly be wanted for murder and call the police on somebody? Nope, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Missed what? Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm over here looking at these stories trying to figure out which one it is I'm supposed to be sharing. Mine's 16, but when she was right next to there. I know that's right. 8. Okay. Oh, you want to do the McDonald's story again? We can do it again. It was funny enough to do it again. Oh, I deleted it. Hold on. Murder suspect calls police to McDonald's. That big dummy. Let me share. Stop sharing. Share and go to Big Dummy. Let's go. That's what the video should be titled. Big Dummy.
3 white vans.
I'm gonna put it on 125 just for copyright stuff.
I got 3, so. Careful, I got 3 white vans. Nobody's come out of them. 10-22, I got contact. What's up, man?
we the ones that called.
Okay, what's up?
Basically, we went in there, purchased the food. I guess there's something wrong with their server.
Sorry.
Before tried to order on the
Look, why didn't he let his girlfriend or baby mama or whoever it is talk to the cops instead of him running up there talking to the cops?
little box thing. She said that wasn't working. He had to stop us from ordering and go help her.
Okay.
So he probably frustrated at work. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole scenario.
Okay.
What I do.
So why'd y'all call? So like what happened?
Because we ordered the food. He couldn't print us a receipt.
Okay.
So he said the receipt would be printed in the back. So I said okay. So we sat down. Me and my fiance looking for homes around here.
Gotcha.
So we went back to Progressive Rentals looking at homes. I guess our order was called, but we don't even know our order number.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now our food is sitting there cold. So when I come up, I say, I try to fry the fries. They're lukewarm, but they're not hot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just asked him, can we get some fresh fries? Okay. He said, okay, the fries are not hot. Touch the fries. I said, no, they're not hot. And at this point, you don't touch them. So, can I just get a fresh set? Okay. So he getting the fries, and I said, can I also get the receipt? That was 5 minutes ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, sir. 5 minutes ago, I can run my store however I want to run my store. Okay. Sir, I didn't pay it. He said, matter of fact, you can.
How much you want to bet? He said a whole lot more than can I also get the receipt?
Leave my property. Get off my property now. Or you can come and get, I'll do a refund. I say, sir, with Cash App card, it's 3 to 7 business days to do a refund. Just give me my set of fries and my receipt. That's what you're supposed to do anyway when I pay for my order. Okay. This is not my store. He's telling me this is his business. He owns it. Like, it's not that deep. We just need the fries and the burger.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to get your information.
Okay.
What's your last?
Why didn't he give a fake name? Don't he got like a brother or a cousin or something that he could have gave them their name?
Last name?
Sims.
S-I-M-S?
S-I-M-E-S.
He's just dumb on top of dumb.
Yes. And first name?
A-N-T-O-I-N-E.
O-I-A-N-E.
You would be surprised how many people call the cops about fast food orders being messed up. Like, what are the cops going to do? Go in there and cook your meal right for you? Make it the way you want to make it?
A-N-T-O-I-A-N-E.
Look, if I was the owner of this store, I would have told him, this ain't Burger King. You can't have it your way. Good night.
What's your birthday? What's a good telephone number for you? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let you know he called as well. So y'all both called.
Yeah, we both called right
So I'm going to go in and talk to him. Hey, Carl, will you hang out with him? All right, he's going to hang out with you for a second. Okay, I'm going to go and talk to him real quick. Yeah. Let's go inside. Let's talk inside. Outside of here. Somewhere. I don't want us to be outside talking. We can talk right here. We can go inside. It don't matter. So what happened? Okay. So break it down for me. What happened?
He insists that all his food's cold.
Okay.
He's put it in my hands. So whatever. That's doesn't really matter.
Okay.
The next whole starts discussing me. You better give me fresh fries, mother.
Mm-hmm.
What? Here's a little old lady, and she just came up to us and said, "You need me to talk to the police." I said, "No, I got this." He started losing it, started shoving his food at me. Mm-hmm. And I said, "Sorry." He said, "I said, well, tell you what, you take your business elsewhere. Give me a card, give me a refund." No, you're not going to give me an effort refund. You're going to give me food and my money back. Mm-hmm. I said, okay, so let's start. I shoved his food. I took his food. So he had nothing to show me. Because next thing you know, he's throwing his drink at me. Mm-hmm. So I took his food, took it to Stripe, put it in the trash. Give me your card, have your refund, take your business elsewhere. Please don't come back.
Okay.
No, but I'll look it up and find out because, let's see. Kennesaw, anybody know where? Georgia. It's in Georgia. Kennesaw Police Department in Georgia said that the suspect, 24-year-old Antoine Sims, allegedly fled on foot. Oh, you know what? So he did try to use a fake name. He tried to misspell his last name. Now you see down here, his last name is Sims, spelled the normal way, S-I-M-S, and he said S-I-M-E-S. So he was trying to throw it off, big dummy.
Scream at me. I want CT.
Okay. Did you give him his refund? Is that all right?
Refuse to.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you're fine.
This is the way he was talking.
Okay.
So I don't see.
I'm going to get a video clip of Fred Sanford when he used to call Lamont, you big dummy, all the time. And whenever we come across dumb stuff, I'm going to play that whenever I'm using Streamlabs or something. You big dummy.
You don't ever have that.
Okay.
And dude's obviously on probation, got an ankle bracelet on.
Okay. What is your information too? If you have your ID, that'd be much easier. Perfect.
And we do that?
I've been around for over a year. I don't think I've ever met you. Did you just take ownership or?
I've been around since 2011.
Okay.
We usually have a job.
Gotcha. What's a good telephone number for you? And you have to have his card to do a refund?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, even that is too close. He should have just borrowed like a cousin's name or something. I mean, something totally, completely different than his. Big dummy.
I don't know that. Okay. If you want to give me his card,
That's my new favorite word. Big dummy.
Okay. Well, you're not gonna give him any more food. You're not gonna like remake it. Okay. I mean, it's your business. You're right. I'm just asking.
I told him it's my business.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll be right back. Okay. 5 and 6 Can you write one name and date of birth? Last name Sierra, India, Mike, Echo, Sierra. First name Alpha, November, Tango, Oscar, India, Alpha, November, Echo.
Okay, so he misspelled the first and last name. He threw an A in there. Did you hear him? He said Antoine.
Bravo, Mike. All right, so here's the deal. As a business owner, he has the right to not remake your food. He is willing to do a refund. He has no problems doing a refund, but he's not going to remake your food. As a business owner, he can do that. Okay. He does not want you coming back in the store. He actually wants us to criminally trespass you, so you will not be allowed back at this McDonald's.
I don't even stay here.
It doesn't matter. He's requested it. We got to do it. It's not a big deal. It's a piece of.
Charge me?
No, we're not charging you. It's a piece of paper we're going to give you that's going to say, hey, you can't come back to this McDonald's. That's all it is.
Wow. No, just realistically, did I do anything?
I don't know. I'm not here to even figure that out. I'm here to keep the peace. Yeah, this is completely civil. So
okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to complain about it. No.
So
I'm just don't understand what I did wrong with this.
No, you're good. Do you have CT forms? Okay, I have CT forms. That's fine. It's not a big deal.
You went in that man's business acting a complete donkey about nothing. That's what you did wrong. You called the police when you're wanted for murder. That's what you did wrong. You then gave the police your real name while you're wanted for murder. Yeah, that's what you did wrong, big dummy.
So look, all right, so this is civil, okay? As a business owner, he has the right to refuse service to anyone he chooses to refuse service to. Just like if you own a business, you have the same right to do the same thing. Exactly. If you own a physical business, like you didn't have you can CT whoever the hell you want. You can do whatever. As long as it's within the law, and that's within the law, okay? All right, so hang out with him. I'm going to get that form. It's a simple form that says, hey, just don't come back to this McDonald's. Now, I'll tell you, if you do come back to this McDonald's, when you get caught out here, you go to jail.
I'm not.
All right?
I'm not. I got it smart.
So, you cool with the refund?
Yeah, so okay. I just got to go in there and tap my card.
Yeah, I will get that in just a second, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
For a murder charge to the point that I skipped court, I wouldn't want nothing to do with the police, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, don't be around, don't take me nowhere with a bad tag on your car. Don't get no argument with nobody. None of that. Nothing at all that's gonna draw police attention. This, you big dummy. Oh, I didn't hear that. Seeing that fool over there smiling in the police face, like big all teeth smiling.
Call Peter now, Anna, with the female that says 7 Apple, the Shepherd First Street.
Stand by.
Stand by. And the daughter is inside with her door locked. She should be the only one from 7 Apple.
Wanted person, caution, violence, armed and dangerous.
Oh, heck, there it go.
Hey, I don't know if you're pulling it, but he's being slick over here. He's got a big damn ankle monitor on.
I got you. I know. I got you. No, you're good. Oh, he's gonna do the refund, so I'll get you the card here in a second. Okay.
License status suspended. 24-year-old male. Wanted person, caution, violence, armed and dangerous.
11/16.
Suspended. 24-year-old male.
What's your ETA?
I know, right? What did I do wrong?
10462 Kennesaw. Looks like we just found the same ID. You go ahead and confirm that.
I just don't understand what I did wrong. Shoot, all of the above. You came out of the house this morning. That was your first mistake.
384-522 is 10-8.
All right, spell your last name for me.
SIMES.
Okay. Where's your driver's license out of?
I don't have.
Okay.
I think my mother's.
Okay. SIMES. What your first name again?
ANCOINE.
OINA.
OINE.
OINE.
You scared now?
So I'm basically just banned from here.
Correct.
Not Kennesaw.
His name, their name? I can't remember.
Yeah, so
we got new forms, so I don't know.
His name here, and then the manager's name.
That's what I think.
So he's the manager or somebody else?
He's the owner.
So that's why he feels like it.
Okay, said if you want to take it in, how you call for it.
Yeah. No, this is just 10 books.
No.
I don't know yet.
Oh my goodness. Right now I just want to bust out laughing. He's like, oh, it's just $10. Yeah, if it's just $10, then why did you make such a big deal out of it, big baller?
Man, it's gaming, man. Yeah, I got the shades.
Authorized representative
I don't
of.
have to squint. Yeah.
What's the address here?
He's squinting trying to find which way to run.
Like that. Sweet damn
Hey,
address.
what's the address?
So there's possibly a 1099. 2049 Comp Parkway.
We got it.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it.
Yeah. Give me just a second.
Excuse me, sir. So there's no tickets or nothing like that?
No.
Just don't show up in the morning, right?
Yeah, no. I'm going to get him to fill this out.
Batissimo the stalker.
Yeah, just whatever. Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, Miss Sims, come over here. I'm going to have you sign this.
I'm not under arrest or anything, though.
No, sir. Just come over here. I'm going to have you sign this real quick.
I said I'm not under arrest.
No, you're not. Yeah, just come over here. I'm going to have you sign.
Batissimo is like a virus infecting all the doggone all the creators' channels. He's like on everybody's channel now.
This real quick.
You have to sign it saying that you're not going to come back to the property.
So you'll fill this part out.
Can I see it, sir?
Yeah. You come over here, man.
No, I'm afraid of y'all, sir.
Why are you afraid?
3 years, sir. I'm afraid of you.
All right, I'm gonna walk you through. Why are you doing that?
I know how to fill it out.
Why are you doing that?
I know how to fill it. Am I
All right,
right?
yeah.
Don't look at me here.
Car.
So that cop is just walking and the other one is just standing there.
6-2 Kennesaw, call cop.
He took off running because he's wanted for murder. He's wanted for missing court on a murder charge. So I guess he got spooked and felt like something was up when the cop told him to come over here and sign the paper instead of just handing him the clipboard. And he was like, "Can I just see it?" He was trying not to come over there. I guess he felt like once he went over there, they were gonna double team him and put him in cuffs. He knew he was wanted the whole time.
Got him! Contact! Backside! Huh? I need to go to the Well, I fell too.
So yeah, he bought cold fries and then had the nerve to give his real name. Big dummy. I don't know. I think he won the dumb criminal of the year award because I just don't think we're gonna come across another one that dumb. Okay, let me see what else I had on here to share. Okay, here's this one. Yeah, that was crazy. Just terrible. Family in shock after 14-year-old boy kills younger stepsister. The body of a missing Saginaw County girl was found in an overgrown lot on the same block of her home Tuesday, hours after she disappeared. The following day, 14-year-old Jamion Peterson was arraigned on one count of open murder and charged as an adult in connection with the killing of his 10-year-old stepsister, Namila J. Turner Moore. Namila went missing from Peterson's father's home where she lived at around 6:15 a.m. on Tuesday. Her body was found shortly after her stepdad called her biological father looking for her, then called 911. Authorities did not reveal how Namila was killed as they await autopsy results. At this point, it appears no dangerous weapon was involved, Saginaw County Prosecutor Blair N. Stevenson said. Stevenson acclaimed the great work of detectives with the Michigan State Police and the Saginaw Police Department. With how fast they solved this, especially with such a tragic crime against a 10-year-old, it shows how well the Michigan State Police and Saginaw County Department work hand in hand. This is a very, very sad situation, Saginaw Police Chief Robert M. Ruth said. Anytime a 10-year-old is murdered by another family member, it's just terrible. Sorry about that, guys. Was my mic muted or could y'all hear me? But yeah, this one made me think about the little girl, Peters. What was her first name? The one that her cousin killed her on that bike path. Wasn't her cousin like 14 years old too, and she was like 10? Lily Peters. That's what I was trying to say. I knew her name was in there somewhere. Yeah, Lily Peters. It's just sad, man. What is up with these kids killing like younger family members lately? What is really going on? Because I came across another story, but I forgot to send it to my flow so that I could share it. But I came across another story where like a pretty young person killed like a younger person in their family, and that was just a couple of days ago. I mean, it's crazy, man. I mean, I really want to know: is this something that's been going on like this, or are we just seeing it more because we have such ease of access with the internet? Honestly, I think stuff like this is happening more. I don't think stuff like this happened as much in the past. I really don't. All right, so let me delete that one. Okay, this is going to be the last one, guys. And I am sharing this one because we're seeing some justice for was usually the untouchable, senators, high level politicians or whatever. We don't usually see them get in trouble, in real trouble for anything that they do. Usually when a victim comes forward and is some kind of, you know, politician, then the victim becomes like the target of investigations. It's more like they're being investigated and beaten down than the person they're accusing. But this is a case where we see some real justice in the case of like a politician who did something dead wrong. Former Idaho state lawmaker convicted of raping legislative intern sentenced to 20 years in prison. Aaron von Eilinger must serve at least 8 years before he will be eligible for parole, a judge said. He was convicted of felony rape in April. A former Idaho lawmaker convicted of raping a 19-year-old legislative intern has been sentenced to 20 years in prison for the crime. Aaron von Eilinger must serve at least 8 years before he will be eligible for parole. Von Eilinger was convicted of felony rape in April, roughly a year after he resigned from his seat in the House of Representatives after an ethics committee recommended that he be banned from the state house. Excuse me, that's an unexpected yawn. The judge said von Eilinger failed to show empathy or remorse and that it was clear he was not ready for sex offender treatment. The sentence would at least deter von Eilinger from committing another crime while he is incarcerated. All right. You have a pattern of explaining, excusing, deflecting, and blaming others for the circumstances you find yourself in, Reardon said. The investigation into von Eilinger's actions began in March 2021 after the intern told a state house supervisor that the Republican from Lewiston raped her at his apartment after the two had dinner at a Boise restaurant. Von Eilinger has maintained the sex was consensual. Oh, there's a detail I missed. The Associated Press generally does not identify people who say they have been sexually assaulted and has referred to the woman in this case as Jane Doe at her request. Doe attended the sentencing hearing, and during the proceeding, the prosecutor played a recording of Doe talking about how the rape and its aftermath left her traumatized. In the recording, Doe described how her autonomy was, quote, ripped violently away, unquote. She sometimes experiences panic attacks just from hearing von Eilinger's name, she said, and has had to install security systems and cameras outside her home. Von Eilinger's supporters publicized Doe's name, photo, and personal details about her life after she reported the rape and repeatedly harassed her. Doe said she was taking a stand for the, quote, future of any Jane and John Doe here in Idaho, unquote. I am here now. I am here scared. I am here frightened. I am so petrified, but I will not be intimidated into silence so that another rapist can slip through the cracks of this justice system, Doe said in the recording. I hope he rots in pieces behind those cold metal bars. Von Eilinger reminded the judge that he served as a paratrooper in the Afghanistan war and said he was trained in the military to protect people, especially women. We were trained to fight against evil and fight for those who cannot fight for themselves, especially women. That is something I believed in. I believed then and something I absolutely believe now. He later continued, the only thing between Afghani women and the Middle Ages was the American soldier, and I am very proud that we were able to do that. He also said that he went on a pilgrimage to Israel, Jordan, and Egypt before his trial. I was ultimately baptized in the Jordan River. Oh. Von Eilinger said, but was first required to confess his sins. I confessed a lot of sins, Your Honor. I am not a perfect man, but rape was not a sin that I could confess to. It would be sin to confess to something that I did not commit. But the judge said von Eilinger demonstrated a lack of empathy for the victim and had a propensity to blame her. You see yourself as a victim and you see yourself as a hero. And frankly, I don't see you as either one of those things, Reardon told the defendant. You created your own circumstances that put you here today. The judge also ordered Van Eilinger to register as a sex offender and placed him under a no-contact order lasting through 2055. Would you say he should have been tossed to the volcano? That sounds about the right punishment. All right, so that was the last one, guys. I'm gonna get off. I've been on here over an hour, and I usually don't go over like 50-something minutes. Thanks for joining me. I am so happy to be back, and I'm gonna try to come back later when the kids go to sleep and just hang out a little bit more, do a few more stories. And I will see y'all next time. Love you all. Goodbye.